Ooh, the night theme. Been a while since we heard this. But yeah, let's dive in and do oh no, wait, hold on. Let me just switch over the categories as well. There we go. Alright, there we go. But yeah, time to do Yelan's story quest. Skin quest, but yeah. Can't wait to see what that has in store for us today. So, yeah. Let's see what Yelan has to do with us today. So, yeah. Let's do Yelan's quest. Let's do it. Let's go. Yulong Wharf. Alright. Alright, let's go then. Teleport. Hey, Yelan! Hi!
Wait, the person drinking tea over there. Isn't that Yelan? Oh, looks like she's having some kind of tea party with friends. We're just in time.
Wait, something's not right. Their eyes on this place and not the friendly kind either. Oh, damn.
Aren't we gonna go say hi?
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break.
Much appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me. 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few were innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway, I'm gonna drop in on that old classmate of mine in Chaoying Village and reminisce about old times.
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friends at the Maison Gardiennage.
Ooh, sus! Sus! Ooh.
Oh, looks like Yelan's friend left. Paimon kinda wanted to meet her.
I have a bad feeling about those two onlookers. Yelan must have noticed them, right?
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Yunlai white tea, if you would. And 2 more place settings. Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
The 2 of them were definitely up to no good. They eavesdropped on your conversation with your Fontanian friend.
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our operation.
Oh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, I would. I could have been on vacation right now.
Damn. If you have to handle it yourself, I'm guessing it must be pretty serious. Sounds like quite the criminal syndicate. What's their crime?
Mora laundering. To the tune of 10 figures and counting.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora? And who are these figures? There are 10 of them?
Laundering, Paimon.
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy to get caught when you're moving that kind of cash. So you cover your tracks, create a front to avoid detection, and what do you know? Your illegal Mora now looks completely legit. And this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Tevat, brings them back to Fontaine, and rebrands them as pieces of fine art, driving up their price in the process. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price with his own illicit funds. And through this exchange, the proceeds he receives in return are clean. This process allows him to legitimize his illicit wealth. He even launders mora for other criminals as well, a business which earned him the title, the Dark Financier.
Considering your involvement, I'm guessing some of his collectibles are from liyue?
That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground schemes poses a real threat to our trade standing in the long run. So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving mora from one hand to the other. In other words, just disguising where it originally came from. But if you know what this merchant is up to, shouldn't it be pretty easy to catch him? You go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive piece of liyue art.
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends.
Yeah, true. That was a pretty
If
good
you were
plan.
the
Not
mastermind
bad,
behind
Paimon.
this
Not
whole
bad.
scheme, would you really expose yourself as the face of the operation?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want to be seen doing the dirty work. You'd send someone else instead. Like, if Paimon was the bad guy, she'd send the Traveler. No, wait. Even if
Bruh,
Paimon
really?
turned bad, the Traveler would never. Paimon would need, like, a group of minions or something.
Bruh, really?
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Yeah,
Even
there
if
we
you track down
go.
the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one doing the buying at the auction, you won't catch him.
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine, get them to the auction house. None of which are tasks he performs himself. He has a whole crew to hide behind. Tracking down the goods is already complicated enough. They change hands so many times, the trail is almost impossible to follow. So the most logical course of action is to play the long game. You start small. You find someone you can follow behind all the smoke screens, who'll lead you straight back to the Dark Financier himself.
Which means you wanted them to overhear a conversation. Make them seem like you've let your guard down, huh?
Wait, so you were just pretending? And to think, Paimon thought all that stuff about wrapping up the case and taking a break was actually true.
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith and Officer Edler, we managed to launch attacks on all of the Dark Financier's strongholds, which allowed us to nab most of his crew. Those spies just now were his most important agents, the two people he trusts to have direct contact with him. The first is Corday, a senior member of the Fontaine Antique Association, in charge of auctioning off the goods. And the other is Dodamani, a ship owner from Sumeru and longtime cargo transporter. They're under pressure to salvage the situation, so we let them slip through the cracks on purpose. The goal is to make them think that, by some stroke of luck, they're in the clear and have room to act. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler will allow them to operate under her radar and get whatever remains of their goods out of Liyue. But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her, I'll be secretly gathering the intel that's gonna bring them crashing down. So, interested in coming along for the ride? I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential there.
Alright. I'm taking out a criminal syndicate, I'm in. Gonna work with Yelan, I'm in. Yeah, boy.
We kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it too. Let's do it! For Yelan, for the people of Chenyavale, and for, the Liyue business world.
I admire your selflessness, Traveler and Paimon. Let me be the one to look out for your self-interests then. Namely, your payment. How about we do this the Fontanian way? You'll get exactly what a top agent receives for a dangerous field mission. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, I have a lead. The Dark Financier's crew is even more on guard than usual, so our best bet is to do some counter-surveillance to get on the right track. And I think I know just the place to start. Let's head northeast and see if I'm right.
Oh shit, okay. Ooh, this is interesting, alright. Alright, let's go. Alrighty, let's go. Shenyuel! Got him. Nice. Oh.
All right, let's start our investigation here.
You follow Yelan through an uninhabited region in the northwest of Shenyuel. With Yelan's help, you find a covert location from which to scout the beach. But you don't see any members of the Dark Financier's crew, nor anything else suspicious about the area. Alright.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Have some patience, Paimon. It's not time for not being bad guys, at least not yet.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Impressive. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative. Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Huh, guess so. Paimon can see the port of Yelan Wharf, the boats in the distance, and some kind of tower. What's that for?
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith use it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of communication.
I think I understand what makes this place so important.
Oh, let's hear it.
Spying the Millilith helps with their operations. Perfect spot for counter surveillance. It helps them avoid dangerous routes when transporting their goods.
Not too far off at all, Traveler. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of security in Shenyu Vale through consistent patrolling. This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals and deduce their patterns of behavior, which is a huge help if you need to move goods under the radar. So we should be able to find traces of the Dark Financier's scouts in this area.
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow, but she'll take your word for it.
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and investigate the surrounding area. As long as we're meticulous, I'm positive we'll find something.
Bruh. Of course, Paimon doesn't get it. Our device is that for investigate, one can move and zoom out while taking photo, investigate, see multiple. Okay.
Well,
Are you, Yelan?
all set?
Yep. Ready to investigate.
Remember, an eye for detail is key. Clues are often hidden in plain sight.
You head to the investigation area with Yelan. Yep, move around, zoom, alright, yep. The lenses, and we've captured traces there, visible naked eye. Center of special object, wave beam. Okay.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my...
Alright,
Undivided attention.
At Mark Safari, someone was cooking out a few days ago. The ship is in opposite. It looks to be used recently. Oh. Small raised mountain. Did the waves catch some of the loose oil? There's clearly something buried underneath. Alright,
Some good finds. Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon tube contains several coded messages.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here.
Interesting looking
It's like these
tube.
guys aren't even afraid of getting caught. What if the Millilith noticed them spying and decided to investigate?
These objects suggest the Dark Financier scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Ugh. Paimon can just see their smug faces getting away with something like that.
This is good news. You managed to find evidence here. Who should help us move the investigation forward?
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail.
Yelan takes out an elaborate set of tools and creates exact replicas of the key and coded messages found at the scene. She then restores the scene to its original state, erasing any signs that an investigation has taken place.
I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves the question of where the goods are hidden. Any ideas?
I might be onto something. Surveillance operations are time sensitive, so if you need to send a message, it would need to happen fast.
Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages quickly. That means the base we're looking for should be within a certain radius. Ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Mingyuan?
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage of hiding right under the authorities' noses. Well, our next destination is decided then. Let's go.
Alrighty, let's go! Alrighty. Alright, let's go.
Burn it down! Rev the engines!
Alright, time to go on a motorbike. God damn it.
Hip!
Hey, let's go. Oh, let me just quickly get this teleport point. Teleport point. Alright. Hey, nice. Fish! Alrighty. Here we are.
And nothing out of the ordinary here, either.
If we learned anything from the last space, it's that the more Noma looks, the more it could be hiding.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you. The evidence could be even more well hidden this time. All set?
Yep.
All right. I
Let's
know you have
go.
an eye for detail, so use it to your advantage. You've got this.
Made an investigation. All right. I'm an infantry band. Knew someone working here dead at night. Oh, pieces from a crate they like new. Maybe the crate was broken when we moved.
Rise with the sun!
Where's the next clue? Oh. Frognoir used to be almost like covering something. Oh shit. What else is there? Oh, footsteps. Oh, damn. Numerous footprints around the shadows and signs of something being dragged into the grass. It's clear someone moved something through here. Damn, I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for being silent. I was gaming, you know? Hey, nice. Abilities of surveillance compared to photo. Okay, yep.
Definitely wasn't easy to find.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. Should make our lives easier. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler can do
Okay
anything.
then.
He's got your back!
I trust the Yelan's timing. I doubt these guys will come back while we're here.
Good point. Yelan doesn't make mistakes like that.
Yelan opens the door to the stronghold and observes the space. It appears to an ordinary cellar. Due to the construction difficulties, the top of the side wall is going to be completely sealed, causing water from the soil to seep into the space. Noticing this, the Yelan covers her hands in a thin sheen of hydro. This means she can touch the items in space without leaving traces behind, because water from her hands will vaporize over time. Finally, Yelan enters the stronghold and begins to examine the items sealed within.
All right, that's done.
Alright, damn,
I've noted
alright.
the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then, we can let them lead us to our main target.
Wow, that was fast! You must do that all the time, huh?
What's our next move?
Now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel. I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his two lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction. And then, we'll have somewhere to start.
Got it! All we can do now is wait. Wait,
Yeah?
and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole thing so we can give him the old 1-2 punch!
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her two stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying Village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, it's her turn to tail them instead. Not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand. I doubt they'll last more than 2 days before making a move. So let's meet back up at Yulong Wharf in 2 days. Find me near the harbor.
Alrighty then. I guess we gotta wait 2 days. Alright, time to change the time. Time change. Alright, time change. Tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock on the clock. Na, 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 tonight. We'll find to escape the sunlight. Tick tock on the. Na, 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 wow, 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 wow. Hey, there we go.
Well, it's been 2 days. Let's go meet up with Yelan. Ooh! Paimon's getting excited! Searching for evidence, tracking down a crime boss. It's like being a real detective!
Alright, slowly roll there, Paimon. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. Hi,
Well done,
Yelan!
you two. Right on time.
How's the case coming along?
The day after we infiltrated the storage facility, the Dark Financier's two lackeys, Corday and Dodamani, started moving the goods. See that ship? It's the one Dodamani dispatched to transport the goods. It operates under the guise of a joint passenger and freight vessel.
Whoa! That's one huge boat! Paimon can see all the goods piled up on the pier. Seems like it's transporting quite a few passengers to Lumidu's harbor as well.
What if those aren't real goods, though? Should we investigate them just in case?
Thinking 2 steps ahead? I like it. You're a fast learner. If Corday and Dodamani think the authorities are onto them, it's possible the goods they're sending to Lumidu's harbor are a whole bunch of nothing. Just bait to flush out the law enforcement on their tail. But we need to be careful. Several members of the crew have confessed that a veteran treasure hoarder known as Scamface is involved with the dark financier. As an escaped convict, Scamface is a master of staying hidden. Based on our earlier investigation, it's clear he's the one who's been doing reconnaissance on the Millilith's lighthouse. I'll circle the area to draw Scamface's attention away from the scene, while you two inspect the goods. Remember to keep a low profile.
Alright. I'll just keep it stealthy. Don't worry, I got this.
Yeah! And Paimon will do her best to float closer to the ground. No higher than the traveler's shoulder.
Bruh, of course.
All
Alright.
set?
Yep, ready to go.
All right. We'll meet back up here once you're done.
You arrive at the pier and begin your investigation. This is a ship more near the wharf. Once you have swept the area and captured all available evidence, you need to investigate the cargo on the pier. In order to successfully collect evidence, you need to line up partial images from the files with the view through the imaging device until you get a perfect match. Alright,
Exploration and trials.
Alright. It's right. Alright, yep.
Venturing is right up my alley.
Uh-huh. Maybe higher? Maybe a bit higher?
Hip.
Bit lower? Okay, hold on.
Hey, don't forget about the investigation. We shouldn't leave this area.
I know. I'm just trying to find the thing.
Hey, don't forget about the investigation. We shouldn't leave this area.
I know, Paimon. Shut up. God damn it.
Hey, don't forget about the investigation. We shouldn't leave this area.
I know, Paimon. Shut the fuck up. God damn it, really? Hey, this is tough. Yeah,
All
I think
set?
this... Yeah, I think this will
All right.
probably be the last, you know, thing.
So much cargo again today.
Hey, there we go. Finally. There we go. Look, something's wrong with this mark. It looks like somebody deliberately painted here. Something's wrong. Let's try and freshen these marks. Alright. Notice marked goods. These marks, we're using a special kind of paint, which can only be able to have forensic imaging device. So you use it to find marked goods and obtain clues. There we go. Boom. Another one. Very well hidden. Yup. Oh, it's within this area, so that's good to, that's appreciative hints.
So much cargo again today. Back.
Hip. Hip.
So I already found 3. Now it's just the remaining 2. Oh. One more. Where crate must belong to the bad guys. Oh, there we go. Found one. Nice. Marked ship. I think it was a lifeboat. Hey, nice. Found him.
Okay, so no fakes. These people are definitely anxious to get their goods to Fontaine all in one go. But did you see the strange markings on some of them? Oh, wonder what they mean. Let's go ask Yelan.
You find Yelan and tell her the results of the investigation.
Good work. As for the auction, Officer Edler was able to gather some useful intel too. We're almost certain their target is the auction taking place at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days. The markings you managed to capture were applied with a special kind of paint, almost impossible to notice without some kind of specialized tech, like the forensic imaging device. I think we're looking at a treasure hoarder insignia. Each big shot in the organization has their own, almost like a personal signature. And considering what we know about the case, I'd wager this is Scamface's handiwork.
So he's labeling the goods, but why?
Based on the port manifest, it looks like the marked goods include fertilizer from Sumeru, local fireworks, soap, and perfume.
So, nothing special then? Just some farming products and everyday necessities?
Fertilizer, soap, and perfume. No, there's something going on there. Might be risky, but I'm gonna investigate on board and hitch a ride to Fontaine while I'm at it.
We made it this far. We made it this far.
Yeah! Let's see this thing through! Paimon's gotta know what's going on here.
Well, you've proved yourselves so far, so I don't see a problem with that. Just know once we board the ship, we're bound to come face to face with Corday and Dodamani. So make sure you're prepared. The investigation might look a little different this time.
Hey,
Excuse
nice.
me, passengers. Due to limited space in the cargo hold, we've been forced to store some of the goods on the deck. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Ah, please, no need to apologize for your success in business. I just hope it rubs off on the rest of us.
It looks like all the goods marked with Scamface's insignia have Corday listed as the shipper. Dodamani is in the cargo hold, likely making sure all the goods are in place for delivery.
Are they inspecting something? Why are they rifling through the boxes? Paimon can't make sense of it.
Here, take this cipher. It should help you figure out their coded messages. This is the plan. While I distract Corday and Dodamani, you two investigate the goods marked with Scamface's insignia. We might learn something useful.
If I find something concerning?
By all means. I trust your judgment.
Huh? Wait! You're just gonna go up and talk to those guys? Yelan!
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, but have we met? You're Mr. Corday, a famous antique collector in the Quartier Lyonnais, correct? I believe the three of us have had the pleasure of meeting once before, at Jiuguan Tea House in Yilong Wharf, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh? You... Ah, the Dice Master of Yenshang Tea House. It's a pleasure, Miss Yelan.
Oh, so you've heard of me too?
Yes, I had an absolutely delectable cup of tea there once. One can hardly leave Yenshang Tea House without hearing about your legendary dice skills. I suppose something keeps bringing us together. A shared love of tea, perhaps?
Yes, that must be it. Well, looks like we ran into each other at the perfect time. I'm heading to Fontaine on vacation, you see. Any recommendations on where I should visit? Someplace I could find an exquisite tea set, perhaps. Like a fine art exhibition, or an auction. I hear Fontainian black tea has a unique flavor. I imagine your tea sets are a sight to behold as well.
You...
Ah, does this gentleman have an interest in tea sets as well?
Of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Yelan. I'm also heading to Fontaine for travel. Corday's invitation, you see. In fact, I'm the one who owns this ship.
Yep. Yelan is actually talking to them. Are we sure that's a good idea?
We don't have much time.
Alright, then let's go somewhere
let's
out
do
of
it.
their line of sight so we can start investigating those boxes.
Alright, let's go.
What's with the strong smell coming from these boxes? Must be a bunch of stuff mixed together. And there's a strange note. But Paimon can't read what it says.
It's written in code. Luckily, we have Cypher.
Yelan really thinks of everything, huh? But, you know how to use this thing, right?
Formula by mixing certain substances is not very complicated, but the steps are rendered in great detail. By mixing 3 main ingredients in prescribed proportions and the specified order, the desensitization effect is significantly reduced. Like small fireworks function as detonators. Install them in the locations shown, then use a timer to control explosion timing that such the solid may be destroyed in open waters. Sink their goods so they can't take part in the auction. After that, the investigating forces, both Fontaine and liyue, will focus their attention on me. Don't worry, the boss won't play us out. Evacuate on your own, then pour your heart into acting out how grateful you are to have miraculously survived. Waiting out the heat for 6 months, then move to finish this matter. All you need to do is bury 15 million more. Boss promised at the 7th century post. No need to contact me. Damn.
Well, what does
All
it
right.
say?
If I'm right, they're planning to dispose of the goods by blowing up the ship.
Blowing up the ship? Are they nuts? Paimon thought this was about getting the authorities on their tails, not drawing even more attention.
So he's diverting attention to an ever bigger problem. And cutting off all their leads in the process.
Okay,
Protect the person
Yelan
at
was
top.
right. This guy is a complete lunatic. There are innocent people on this ship. We need to find and disarm those bombs as soon as possible.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's disarm. Act now. Yellow instructions holding. Now's a chance, but we need to hurry. Let's act now. Time to disarm! Bomb on the bow. Two bombs down, three more to go. Oh, there's another one. It looks small, it's heavy and dangerous. Yep. On the triple out of mess. We gotta get rid of it. Alright, nice. Sorry about that, but my computer crashed for some reason. Sorry, but we're back. God damn it. Man, god damn it, we're back. Thank God. Oh boy, but yeah, let's just finish disarming the bombs, man. Hopefully I don't have to start over again. But if I do, god damn it. Man. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh god damn it. Login interface. Yep, my bad. Alright, there we go. Sorry, there we go. Now controller. Now, let's quickly disarm the bomb. Hopefully we can get this done quickly. Quest. There we go. Really? Let's act now. Disarm. 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 Below the mast. Yup. Another one? Alright. Oh, and there's the final one. There we go. Found the last one. Nice. Alright, all... Got him!
Alright, that's all the bombs on the deck. What about the cargo hold? Do we have enough time?
Already taken care of. Good work, you two. You stayed calm and acted fast. That was the perfect response to a situation like this.
Yelan! Honestly, it's all thanks to you. It was your idea to board the ship, and we never would have been able to figure out that message without your cipher. Wait a sec. We're at Corday and Dodamani.
Recovering from the shock, I would imagine. Suddenly finding out that you're being targeted by a dangerous individual. That must have been quite the ordeal for you, gentlemen.
Oh, damn.
Almost lost your cargo and your lives in one fell swoop.
Indeed. To think such evil exists in this world. I can scarcely imagine what I did to offend this fellow. Resorting to murder like this. It's quite unfathomable.
Well, no need to fear. I'll alert the Maison Gardiennage at once and ask them to send agents to Lumiduce Harbor. The two of you are clearly in need of protection. Your cargo will also need to be handed over to the authorities for inspection, Mr. Corday, just to eliminate any remaining hazards. After which, the Maison Gardiennage will escort it all to its intended destination, of course. So, if I may, where are your goods heading, Mr. Corday?
To the Hotel de Boer for an auction in 2 days.
Ah, then rest assured. The Maison Gardiennage is full of diligent and responsible personnel. You can trust that your goods will arrive at the auction without a scratch.
Our sincerest thanks.
After some time, the ship safely docks at Lumiduce Harbor. The Maison Gardiennage conducted a quick safety inspection. God damn it. And then, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then they let it go, I'm guessing. In the meantime, Yelan and you know, talk with authorities and all that stuff, I'm guessing. Yeah. God damn it, I can't read that fast, you know.
You
Man.
scared the life out of Paimon, Yelan. Going right up to them like that? What if they caught on and decided to, you know, try something desperate?
It's not a question of if, Paimon. I'm sure they caught on. But in the interest of their own survival, they had no choice but to play along. Now we can be sure the Dark Financier is getting desperate. The stint on the ship? That was him trying to cut his losses to save his own skin. He needs to get rid of anything that could be traced back to him. So, you blow up the ship. You send the goods meant for the auction straight to the bottom of the sea, and let Scamface take the heat. The last thing he wanted was for the goods to make it to the auction, but now we've ensured that they will, so he has no choice but to follow through. He could choose not to send one of his agents to the auction, and let his goods go to an unsuspecting buyer instead. But remember, their worth is inflated. It would only be a matter of time before the buyer realized the valuation was off and reported it to the authorities. As the seller, Corday would be staring down a potential conviction. At best, the Dark Financier has to find a new kind of moral laundering scheme. At worst, he loses one of his last reliable agents in Fontaine.
If we don't decide to continue with the auction, that also works in our favor.
Exactly. our trail of evidence remains intact, and we let the buyer at the auction lead us closer to the dark financier.
Okay, so, that means, can we go over this again?
Bruh, Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm sure the Traveler will explain it again in Paimon-friendly language. We're in the home stretch, and taking advantage of this auction is crucial. So come prepared to see this through. Officer Edler already has an informant stationed at the scene. This invitation letter will get you into the auction. I'll meet you at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days.
Alrighty then. Okay, I think with that said, that's probably where I'm gonna end. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think with that said, this is probably where I'm gonna end the stream here for today. Had a lot of fun. We'll probably continue this on Saturday, most likely. So yeah, can't wait to see what's up next. And we seem to be on the final stretch. So yeah, definitely a fun stream and very much really cool that we're, you know, accompanying Yelan and stuff. But yeah, I think with that said, I can't wait to see you guys. I will be streaming again tomorrow, so we will be playing Punishing Grey Raven tomorrow and finishing the DMC collab. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I hope you tune in for that. But yeah, I think with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like on the stream. And also, if you want to see more, be sure to drop a subscribe. And also, let me know what you thought of the stream down in the comments below. And thank you guys again so much for watching. Remember to stay humble, be kind people. I see you guys later.